Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and I hope you're all doing freaking fantastic today. And today's video is going to be another little page in my illustration sketchbook mixed media thingy. Oh my god, it's such a mess of a sketchbook, guys. It's so stupid. But yeah, it's another page in that. And basically, I haven't even touched this book in a while. It totally disappeared and I completely abandoned it. Before I did that larger YouTube break where I did it was 3 months away from YouTube or whatever. It was the end of last year. I did that piece of Overwatch fan art and I drew May. Then I lost it. And I haven't really bothered to find it since because I don't really like sketching that much. It's kind of a chore, or it feels very chore-like. And I want to do it more because I feel like I wish I liked sketching and I wish I liked drawing more instead of just painting all the time, and I want to force myself to do it more because I don't do it that often, and it's a good skill to have and it's a good thing to practice. But yeah, I didn't bother to look for it or bother to find it really, and I really want to finish it because I want to do that freaking sketchbook tour. I started it so that I could do a satisfying sketchbook tour when I was done with it, and I still want to get it done. So instead of losing it and then starting a new one and not being able to finish that one because no artist can freaking finish a sketchbook, and it's kind of the artist's trademark, especially in my case, because again, I can't finish a freaking sketchbook. But instead of starting a new one, I just thought I would resume this little old one and scoop it back up and try and finish it. It's almost over halfway done. It is over halfway done. It's almost done, I think. I still have several pages to finish and fill out, but hopefully I can do a sketchbook tour in the next couple weeks when it is finished, and I can, post more sketches and upload more sketch videos because they're really fun to film, and I like doing them because they're very different and they don't take as long, and I can just finish all these different new topics and explore different things and not get super bored, So yeah, I really want to finish this sketchbook. I will finish this sketchbook. And this page in particular was actually inspired by one of my all-time favorite singers. Her name is Aurora. And basically, she released a new song a couple days ago, and the cover art for it had her kind of surreally photoshopped and edited in a way. I think it's either a digital painting or it's a photo edit type thing, like a collage almost. And it's really, really cool because I feel like her aesthetic is just everything I want to be. But it's a really cool picture, and her hair in the picture is very, very it's almost Viking or Nordic looking. It's really, really cool. And it's probably Norwegian inspired, since I feel like she is Norwegian. She is Norwegian. But it's a really, really cool hairstyle. And there's the two front bangs, not bangs, freaking braids in the front, and then she has bangs, and it's a really, really cool hairstyle. So I wanted to take inspiration from that and try to replicate that type of hairstyle in this little character. And the character herself is it's nothing special. It's not really that outside the box, but I wanted to get kind of into the sketching mode, so I wanted to do something kind of easy. And this is a little kind of druid, mender, healer type character. Very child of the forest, very Dryad themed. It's very what I usually do. And it's a monochromatic green painting, if you can't tell, which I don't even know why I'm saying that. But yeah, that's pretty much the inspiration behind it. I'll talk more about the painting down below in the description when I have my thoughts more together. But the main thing I want to talk about in this video is that I freaking can't stand sketching, and it's so hard. Do any of you not like sketching that much? Because I feel like I did this thing last year and this year where I did all these paintings, and I would work my way up in size and work my way up in detail. And eventually I was doing these big 30 by 40, super detailed, crazy detailed, annoying paintings. And I finished one, and I started 2 more and never finished them. And they're in my closet, and I'm not taking them out. I worked my way up in detail and size, and they were taking me longer and longer. And eventually I was wait, if I do something smaller now, it's not as good. And that became my mindset. And that's not a healthy mindset for anything. It's not good. And so the sketchbook thing kind of fell off because in my mind, the sketches weren't equaling the big paintings, and then of course this was bound to happen, but after a while I got really discouraged with the smaller stuff. And I got discouraged with doing the bigger stuff because the bigger stuff was taking so freaking long. And guys, I get burnt out if it takes too long to do anything. My attention span, it's really, I have a pretty good attention span because I'm a freaking painter. You need to have a good attention span to be a painter. But it's it has a limit. And once I get 50 hours or 40 hours or however freaking long it takes to do one painting, it kind of dies off a little bit, and I get a little uninspired, and I don't feel as into it as I did at the beginning. You know, I'm pro at starting all these paintings, and I'm really bad at finishing the paintings. And again, so many people have that same problem, and I feel so bad for anyone who does. But like, you know, this year I've kind of shut that mindset off. Like, I'm like, no, heck no, that's not good. I need to just get my shit together and not be so uptight with how big the paintings are or how detailed they are. I just want to make art and have fun making art and just do what I feel like doing. So I've done a lot of smaller art, and I freaking loved the smaller art this year, like the Geisha series and the little poppy I did last week and the repaint challenges. Like, so far I love the work I've produced this year, and it's like none of it has reached as big as it was when I was at that like point where I was only doing the big detailed stuff. However, I feel like my work can still be better, and I want to be less detailed in a way. So many of the artists that I look up to, especially artists like Tanya Sheteva and Happy D artists, and one of the smaller artists that I recently bought one of her original paintings, and it's like the most gorgeous fantasy painting I've ever seen in my life. And her name's Erica Kilborn. Like, all those artists, they do this thing with their environments where from far away you can look at it and see something fully rendered, but then as you approach you can see all the different brush strokes. And in my case, I'm always painting from up close. I'm always looking at the painting, so I always want it to look perfectly smooth and detailed from super up close, which isn't really good. And that's why it takes so freaking long to make a piece. But, you know, when you step far away, it kind of becomes like this blob and you lose all of the details. Well, in their cases, you see the details from far away, and as you step closer, it becomes more of a painting or more of a painterly piece. Instead of actually painting a leaf shape, they're just using a brush stroke to make a leaf. Or instead of actually painting like a fish or something, they're just using a brush stroke to make a fish, and it works and it looks so good. And I want to do more work like that, where I'm less of a perfectionist from up close and more of a impressionist in how I'm using my brush and what I'm painting on the canvas. You know, I'd love to do a fully rendered face or a fully rendered character, but then have the background be more brush strokey and interesting and loose. And I need to just sit down and force myself to be looser, as weird as that sounds, because I feel like people have to force themselves to do a lot of detail. But in my case, I need to force myself to just let it be and let stuff happen on the canvas and just let the paint do whatever it wants, because I think that look is like better, and I love how that looks. And as much as I love, you know, well-rendered faces, I feel like when environments are rendered with a character, it takes away from the character in a way, and I want to do more fluid and loose paintings. That's basically what I'm getting at. And if you guys have any advice for doing more loose paintings, I'd love to know and hear about it. Actually, in one of Happy D's recent videos, I think it was her most recent video, she showed a little bit of her planner, her like journal thing, as she's preparing for her upcoming solo show. And basically, she showed how long it takes to do each painting. And, you know, I saw the sketches for each painting, and the sketches look gorgeous, and I can't wait to see the solo show all together, and it's gonna be so cool. But like, you know, she showed how long it takes to make each painting, each oil painting. And for her, 116 by 20 inch painting, it takes her about 16 hours, she said on the little journal. And of course, that was her being optimistic and hoping that everything went smoothly, which, you know, painting, sometimes stuff happens or it takes longer or the layers are weird. Like, you know, it's probably going to take a little bit longer than 16 hours. But in general, she said 16 hours based on previous paintings she's done. And something for that, for me, it's going to take like so much longer. And like, she had to do 2 for her show, so 32 hours total. Girl, freaking one of those paintings is going to take me like 40-50 hours, and it's not cute. Like, I can't, it's so hard, and I want to get faster. I want to get looser and faster and just more efficient with my paintings. Instead of getting lost in all the busy work, I want to be able to just glide through the environments and the characters and make them all beautiful while still keeping it kind of loose and quick. Because I feel like, especially going into art school, I'm gonna need to get faster with my work, and I need to be a little less of a perfectionist and a little bit more of an efficient artist. So that's my upcoming goal, is to get looser and faster with my work. If you guys have any advice, again, I'd love to hear it. I know this voiceover was freaking rambly as frick, but, you know, I just wanted to talk about that. I'm going to put a little bit more of my more focused thoughts in the description down below if you are curious about any of that. If you want to know what the music I'm using, that will be down below, as well as the artists I've mentioned in this video and more information about those artists, because again, they're all amazing. And I think that's about all I have to say. I will also put materials down below. And this ending is really, really bad. But I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for stopping by the channel. I love you guys so freaking much, and I hope you can be more efficient than I can be. Because, like, again, I'm getting out of it, but, like, I'm over these freaking 50-hour pieces. Like, let's move on. So, okay. Goodbye, guys. Love you guys. Bye.